I think, all right, hold on. All right, I'm sorry. I had to shut off my OBS and put it back on because my big camera was not working, so I apologize. But in this box, I have a fabric haul from Mart Fabrics. They actually were celebrating their 47th year of business, and they had a sale. And so, of course, I went fabric shopping. So I want to share what's in this box. I did not, like I said, I did not make any progress on my shirt yet. And I did cut out a pair of pants. Now, let's talk about this first. And then I'm going to show you what's in the box. And then I'm hoping next week I'll be back to my usual gusto. I don't know, I'm finding it very annoying that I don't feel again. So normally I never get sick, so this is weird for me, like in 2 months in a row not to feel not to feel good, but I wanted to come on and show you some things. So let me just switch my view here. And what I want to show you is this fabric right here is a super yummy cashmere linen cotton blend from Metro Textiles. And I actually bought this fabric last year when I went to Metro Textiles before the National ASG conference. So this fabric is I wish you could feel it through the screen. It is so soft and wonderful. I threw it in the washer and the dryer. So it has like a close weave linen look, but it's softer and nicer, I think, because of the cashmere in here. So I am going to be making a pair of my Sorsha Classic Slim trousers. And one of the fun things I think to look at is, before I show you the thing that's not fun. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. When I got home, I pre-washed all of my fabric, and I think I stuck in something that was red or pink in with all of the colors. I wouldn't do that if I had a white fabric, but this to me looked like a darker fabric. And what I want to show you is I have pink stains or pink transfer. I don't know if you can see it. I know you'll be able to see it if I find the really bad one. Hold on, let me find where it's really bad. You know, I think I talked about this when I was sharing them last year, but I washed it, dried it, and folded it up. I put my Kylie in the Machine stickers on it, so I knew everything that had happened. But I just want you to look really close here. I think you can see, make it a little bit lighter. Where is the pink? See the pink right there? And there's pink here. There are a bunch of spots on this fabric where I tried to work around it as much as possible, but it was literally all over the fabric. And as you can see, it is really subtle. Like here's another one. See right there, pink. It looks a little bit more pronounced in person. So even though it's very subtle on the screen, I'm watching what I'm showing you, and it is very subtle to see. It's brighter pink in person. So I'm hoping, now I did wash it and dry it, so I'm really hoping I can, you know, wash it again and hopefully the pink will disappear. But basically, I'm very excited to make these pants because they are going to be seasonless. I'll be able to wear these all year round. I'm going to make full-length pants. And I just want to show you, to prep my pieces, what I do is I use a 3-thread narrow. And I think you can see these edges. I'm going to zoom in. Oh, hey, Barbara, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I was laying in bed downstairs, and I'm like, I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm just going to be with my YouTube group, and then I'm going to go back to bed. But I didn't want to not do it, so I pulled myself out of bed because I really wanted to share some things. But see how, hey Janie, hey Judy, hey Silvana, welcome, welcome. So I just wanted to show you this. I finish all the edges with a 3-thread narrow. Now, the thing about that is if you're going to clean finish your edges before you start sewing, you want to make sure you do not, you do not trim off any of the allowances. So I just skim. So basically, I'm excited to share these with you, and I think by next week, I'll be able to share progress of how these are coming along. And since we're all close friends, I'm going to show you my process here. I actually did my fitting. I cut out the pieces and I added a little extra, and I just want to show you here when I do my even if it's a tried and true pattern, I'm just going to show you here. So I fit these pants onto my body, just cutting out, trying on the single leg. So there's my front leg, right? And then here's my back leg. I'm just trying to cut out my underwear to make it a PG show. But basically you can see here's how the back fits. Now this pattern is the same pattern I used to cut out my red linen trousers that are very loose, and they're very low in the crotch. It's a full-blown full leg trouser. I skinnied it up just a little bit to get a little bit of a closer fit, but I just wanted to show you guys I do test fit before I cut out and sew together all the details. Like I haven't cut the front pockets out until I tested it. So this is me testing that fabric, and I'm happy with the way it's looking, so I'm going to get going on that. Hey Victoria, hey Linda Lee from cool Los Altos, California. It's really cool here too. It's been very funny, this weather. Like we've been in the 70s and 60s now after having all those heat waves. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to show you what's in my box. Now, sadly, there's not a lot of color in this box. I resorted back to my picking neutrals, but the neutrals are going to go with some other colors. So I'll be able to pair these with other things. But what I want to show you is, Fabric Mart never disappoints me. I always, find good stuff there, and really excited. So let me show you what I got. Let's pick something that's colorful first. So I got this fabric. Now this fabric, I got this because I am going to be relaunching my patterns. Is that Jacques Guffey? Jacques Guffey? Welcome, welcome. This fabric is a deep blueberry eggshell rayon lycra. Okay. I got 2 yards of it, and I am going to test my Anna dress in a larger size because I'm going to be rebranding, and I'm going to size 32. So I'm going to obviously test the new sizes I graded. So I'm going to be making my daughter Anna a dress out of this rayon jersey. So this is a really pretty rayon jersey. It's very soft. That's one thing I picked out. That's my most colorful thing. Although I did get another print. Let's look at this one. Okay, so this is another print I picked out, and this probably will be another Anna dress for Anna. And this is another rayon lycra. It's fern print jersey, and there were 2 3/4 yards left of this one, so I bought the rest of it. But you can see this has got a nice, almost like a tone-on-tone print. And I think this will be very attractive. So I'm going to use this piece and the first one I showed you to test the larger sizes of the Anna dress. These nice rayons. RT Blades is finally here. Yay! I'm happy you're here. I'm doing, instead of what I had planned, I'm doing a fabric haul because I didn't get anything done this week on my stuff. So let's look at this one. Now this was just a very nice dark gray rayon lycra, and I believe this was in the Michael Starr collection. So I was really shopping in the designer fabric. So this one, I believe, is a Michael Starr gray rib knit. It's like a gray sweater knit. So I'm going to be making some long sleeve cozy tops for the fall. So I've got this nice gray. And then I got this one, which is this one's a taupe gray. So it's another shade of gray, but it almost looks like it's taupe. Like I would say this is more of a taupe color. But this is, oh, look what this says. This says, lucky you. This piece was end of bolt, so you got extra for free. Look at, lucky you. So I got a bonus. So that's exciting. So just know if you buy stuff from Fabric Mart and it's the end. So originally I only ordered 1.25 yards. Let me see how much I ended up getting. This is exciting. Let's see. I'm just going to measure it here. So I have 1 yard. Wow. All right. So lucky me, I almost have 2 yards here. It's 2 inches short of 2 yards. So lucky me, this again was a Michael Starr taupe rib knit. So I got that as well. And of course, well, Mary's not here because Mary loves to see me in colors. So I'm wearing a black top and I'm showing all these neutrals. But the goal is I want to have things that I can pair with something brighter. So I don't plan on wearing total dark things, but I want some basic pieces that I can then, you know, mix and match with some colors. So this was pricier, and I think their the sale was like the whole store was 60 or 65% off. So I did pay $15.75 for this 100% wool crepe suiting. But if you can feel this, it feels like a really nice flannel. And I am going to wash it. I'm not going to dry clean it. So even though it says dry clean, I'll let you know what happens. I'm going to wash it in cold and line dry it, or just, you know, flat dry it on my rack. But this is going to make really nice pants for the fall and winter. And then I can pair it with a bright colored, you know, a bright colored top. So I did get this black to make pants. I'm just going to hang that over my thing. And then I got this one. Now you'll notice this is a little bit of a different. I wanted to get a few different kinds of fabric to work with. The other one feels like a flannel and it almost feels brushed. This is a slick woven, like it almost feels slippery, for another pair of pants. And again, let me see here. All right, so this is a this is a wool lycra. So this one has a little bit of a stretch to it. Let me just make that so you can see it. Hey Geetha, welcome. Hey Carla. Oh, I'm so happy you're joining me live. Spot says, I've not been here. I've not seen that before in an online purchase. Yeah, Fabric Mart is really a good egg. I mean, they give generous cuts, first of all, and then second of all, that's the first time that's ever happened to me where I've gotten extra fabric, but I think that's very cool. I mean, what are they going to do? Cut off the amount I ordered and then have like a weird extra, you know, third or whatever of a yard? I guess that makes sense just to give it to, you know, the last person to order it. This was described as a black dark gray wool lycra pin dot stretch suiting, imported from Italy. So I'm going to be making another pair of pants out of this, and you can see this is barely, it's almost got mechanical give versus real stretch here. So I'm going to try to make myself a fitted pair of pants out of this. And again, I'm going to wash it. This one also says dry clean, but I'm going to wash it and see what happens because I'm not dry cleaning my clothes. So there you go. So I got 2 pairs of pants, 2 Anna dresses, 2 rib knits for tops. And then, of course, I came upon this very nice um, dark, cool dark wash, 100% cotton, New York designer 60 wide denim. This is really, really nice denim. The original price for this was 60% more than $9.90, $9.49. So you can tell it's a, you know, it was a pricey denim. There's no stretch. And it's just a really nice, you know, it's a really nice fabric. I can move my box now. Yeah, so I think this is going to make a really nice new pair of jeans for me. So I'm going to be working with my non-stretch denim. And I want to talk about one more thing today, because I think this is a very brief sale that SewTites is having. And I'm going to put my, I am going to put my SewTite affiliate link in the description, because they're having this special deal. It's like a flash sale. So my link gives you 15% off. So I'm going to go ahead and, oops, hold on one second. Hold on, I lost myself here. All right, I'm going to put my link in the description here. Okay, so this is my SewTites link. Okay, that gives you 15% off your entire purchase at SewTites. And the reason why I want to share this with you now is they are giving away this sit and sew and store metal easel to put all your SewTites on there, and you can keep them nice and organized so they don't get lost, with a $350 purchase. So if you decide you've been looking at this mat, okay, the SewTites mat with the ruler, I just want to remind everybody how cool this is. This ruler has already has magnets in it, so you can see it doesn't slide around as easily because it's already magnetic. And then if you put these boosters on the magnets on the ruler, then you can get a really firm, like, see, I mean, I can push it, but it's harder to push. So they're having this flash sale, and it may just be today or tomorrow. I probably should have looked. Let me look and see. I'm sorry, this is like one of those things where I decided last minute I wanted to add this into my FabFit Friday for anyone who's interested in these SewTite things, because I'll tell you, I love my SewTite thing. And I just want to tell you when this ends. Hold on, I'm going to search for it. SewTites. SewTites. All right, so this flash sale is good, till the 30th. So you have until the 30th of the month to take advantage of buying a magnetic cutting mat with the boosters. There are 10 booster magnets come with, they come with 10 of these. You can also use the original magnets, also work on there. So you have until the 30th if you want to get this, and then if you get this, you get this for free. So, and you can take advantage of, I believe you can take advantage of the discount. All right, so let me just see here. All right, so the other thing is the difference between this mat and my big mat from the Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface Company is that this is not a self-healing cutting board. Okay, so my Oh, Barbara Wilson says, great haul. Thank you, thank you. All right, so this is a big mat from the Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface Company. This is not self-healing, and I just want to explain what I have perceived as some of the differences here. So when I set up my rotary cutter blade to cut on a non-self-healing mat, I make my blade a little bit looser, and I can press harder because it's not sinking into the surface. This is PVC, so it does not sink in and make deep grooves. Whereas this mat from SewTites, I'm just going to move this out of the way here, is a self-healing mat. So the thing about that is I would make my blade a little bit tighter and I don't have to push as hard. So while I'm pushing hard over here, I'm not pushing hard on this self-healing mat, because if I do, I would get some really deep grooves in the mat. So I use a little less power because the blade is sort of embeds into the self-healing surface. It's a little bit, imagine it being a little bit spongy. And this would go for any self-healing mat. So if you have a self-healing mat at home, this also applies. You know, you don't want to press hard because you'll make such deep grooves they won't self-heal. And I think I can show you on here. Let me see if I flip it around to the other side. The other cool thing about this cutting mat is it's got a dark side and a light side. So depending on what you're looking at, you know, sometimes having a different color surface is better. But what I want to tell you is I'm rubbing my hand on this to look for some of my really deep cuts that I made, and I don't really feel them. So, you know, it does over time heal back up. So that is kind of amazing to me that I can't feel some of those dark, deeper cuts I made because they seal back up. So just don't use your full muscle and make your blade a little bit tighter than you would if you were cutting on a, you know, a non self-healing mat. So those are my little tips for working with that. And I'll tell you, here's another fun thing you can do with it. I cut out pocket bags for my pants, and you know, I want these to be luxury, so I cut out silk charmeuse bags. Now I did spray them with someTerial Magic, so these little blotches you see will wash out. That's theTerial Magic. I just wanted to make it a little bit firmer. But then the other thing I did, I'm going to show you another picture here. I used my cutting board. You can see what you can do is, oops, wait a minute, maybe make it a little bit brighter here, sorry, whoops. So what I did was I literally laid it on grain on the board. So you can see here, I matched up the salvage edge and the torn edge on the lines to make sure I was cutting it on grain. Because if you don't cut silk charmeuse on grain, your lines will be wonky when you pick them up. So this is really good for managing smaller projects where you want to make sure your fabric is on grain. You can use those booster magnets to hold it around the edge. So I just wanted to tell you guys about that in case anybody was thinking about getting a magnetic cutting mat. It's a good time to do it because you will get the sew and store easel for free. And I believe this is like a $50 some odd notion, so, or tool. So, and I'll tell you something, I haven't lost a SewTite since I got this. So I love this thing. It keeps everything organized. And you'll notice here, I also use it as my magnetic pin cushion for my hand needles. So see how I have my hand needles up at the top? I don't have to look for my hand needles either. So there you are. So that's my little talk about the SewTites magnetic cutting system. And I'm going to wash all my fabrics. I'll share the washed versions or anything I do with that fabric over the next week next week during FabFit Friday. And then I think I am going to finish my tucked top with a bias edge. And I just want to tell you another fail thing. Hold on one second. So I was trying on my top, and I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit ruffly. See how it's a little bit ruffly? It's ruffly because when I did the wing needle work, I think it drew in the fabric. So let me just go back to my table here to show you. I mean, it's not serious, but you can see like see that little bump up right there? So I think it's drawn in a little bit where I did the wing needle work. So I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to see if I can get that to relax a little bit. I don't know, but I think I am going to just do bias strips to finish the neckline and armhole, just to keep it simple up here on top where I have all these pleats. So that's what I'm going to do. I haven't done it yet, but that's what I'm going to do with that. So that would be, oh, hey, Polly. Oh, Polly is suggesting, I'm sorry I didn't see your comment from before. Polly's suggesting I use a color catcher when you wash new fabrics, and that is an excellent tip. Maybe that can be a cool tool. Maybe I'll try to wash my pants and see if the color catcher takes out my pink. We'll see. So that's my report. I'm sorry. I wish I was feeling 100% gusto today, because I really wanted to work on some of these things with you. I can tell you one more fail while I'm on. I've been working on this project. Okay, this is Middlesex Health. They're having a hospice golf tournament in September, and I embroidered 16 of these, thinking I was going to fuse. This is cotton, my cotton fuse. I thought, oh, I'll embroider on here. I'm going to embroider on here, and then I'm going to fuse it onto the actual flag. Well, when I did that, it came out really yucky. So I'll show you another picture, and then I'm going to call it for today. Oh, the EV 202 says she doesn't see that as a fail, just a, oh, thank you. Well, I'm happy to show things when they get screwed up. I'm happy to be fully transparent here. I really thought it was going to be a good idea to fuse on, but you can see here, I believe you can see, look at all those yucky wrinkles. So when I tried to fuse the cotton fuse onto the flag, it didn't fuse nicely around the lettering. But here's the thing. If I pulled it away, all the wrinkles went away. So I sewed it around the edge. So see, I sewed it around the edge, all the way around nice and neat. And then I heated it back up, and I lifted the interfacing off of the flag, and it actually smoothed out. So technically I could leave it like this, but then I tested it on just embroidering right on the flag, and that worked perfectly too. So I'm just going to go with that for the rest of them. I'm just going to redo them. So that's another stupid thing that I did. Oh, EV202 is saying pin tucks are hard and linen is wrinkly. It is, but that the pin tucks are not the problem. The problem was I did have a meltdown with the pin tucks too. I mean, I did, but the problem I had was when I turned up the hem and then used a wing needle, which a wing needle punches holes, and I'm just going to turn it up so you can really see it. See those holes? So I did this last week during FabFit Friday. So if you want to see what I did, I hemmed it using a wing needle to get that detail. And I think this tightened up, making it ruffly. So that's what happened. So I'm going to see what happens at the end of the day after it's all done, and after I finish the neckline and armhole, and I'm going to wash it and see if it, I don't know, maybe it'll look better after I wash it again. We'll see. And then I have some other suggestions. So there you go. Oh, Polly is saying, my Connecticut relatives say there's a big bug going around, not COVID. Well, I really hope I don't have COVID again. That would be really devastate me, because then that means I can't go see my mom and dad for a week. But I feel very deflated that I went to bed yesterday feeling chills and woke up feeling chills, and then literally just feeling like I wanted to go to bed. Oh, beautiful detail. All right, so all right, I'm just going to finish Fab Fit Friday today with a fun little high school story. I went to Mercy High School, Catholic high school, and you had to take a language. So I took Spanish, and I could not roll my R's. I could not speak it to save my life. And I genuinely was trying to learn Spanish and speak Spanish. And after my junior year, my Spanish teacher, who had me for the 3 years, she calls my mom up and she says, I'm going to pass your daughter, but I don't want to see her in senior Spanish. So I got out of Spanish senior year. It was torture for 3 years. I don't know why my brain does not work in terms of being able to speak. But the bottom line is I did take 3 years of Spanish, and I can say hola and adios, and that's about it. So there you go. A little fun fact. Carla says maybe wash it and give the ruffle a tuck and allow it to air dry. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do about that. I got a couple other suggestions to try, so I might try those as well. And if you ask me what those suggestions are, I honestly can't remember, but they're in the comments underneath last FabFit Friday if you want to see what some of the suggestions were, because I was admitting it to people who were commenting on the wings needlework last week, and I was saying, well, yes, but just between you and me, it didn't, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so that's my report. So this was fun. I got up, I did a fabric haul. I almost feel better. See? Hanging out with you guys is definitely a good thing for my soul. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I promise I will be making some progress on all these different things. I'm going to work on the pants. Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, Evie says steam iron. Yeah, I might try to steam iron it. And it says it looks like the ruffling may be due to the bias stretch. Yeah, it could be. Although I didn't cut this out on the bias, so like even where it goes straight across, it's a little wonky. I don't know. I think I picked a very aggressive wing needle stitch. It's a pretty hefty one, so maybe if I had done something a little less wide at the hem, and I could have, the other thing I was thinking about doing was doing wing needle like down in between the pin tucks, like in some of the wider ones, like here and here, like here. But, and then that would not have caused a problem because it'd be going with the grain down the front and back. And I can still try that. We'll see. So that's, yeah, that's my report. Okay, so Evie202 says, I like the look of the gray top. Okay, so I don't know, do you mean this one? This is my natural linen. It could look gray. I guess it does look gray on camera. But anyway, so that's my report. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was definitely worth getting my butt out of bed to hang out with you guys for a little bit. I really appreciate it. Susan, thank you. Susan says, feel better soon. Evie says the steam iron. I'm going to try that. Oh, Barbara says it was so beautiful with the pin tucks and all. Thank you, thank you. And Mary says, Mary, you're sorry for being late. I had to supervise putting a pontoon in the storage barn. All right, well, I talked about you while you were not here because I did a fabric haul and all the colors were not the ones you like to see me in, like my top. But I did get 2 prints to make Anna dresses for my daughter that are blue. But my goal is I'm going to use the neutral colors in the fabric haul that I shared today from Fabric Mart to pair with something brighter. So I have a method to my madness. So I'm going to make black pants and pair it with something bright. Or I'm going to make a neutral colored sweater and pair it with something bright on the bottom. So that's my plan. Oh, I am going to finish and wear it, Evie. Thank you. And actually, I'm just... Oh, Oh, it looks gray on your screen too. Yeah, it is. It's one of those neutrally colors. It's really like that oatmeal-y brown in real life. But anyway, so that's my full report for today. I know this is kind of a quick FabFit Friday, but I did want to come on and I did want to say hi to everybody and share my fabrics and share a few fails because you know I'm good at sharing the fails. But in any case, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I cannot believe it's like the weekend before Labor Day already. This is crazy. I cannot believe summer is almost over. And it's gotten cold, so the water in my pool is really cold. So I don't know how much more I'm going to want to float in it, but we'll see. It's supposed to get warmer next week. Maybe I can get a few more floats in before summer ends. But anyway, that would be my report. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.